What is up, guys? It's Jack with another Send the House podcast video. Today I'm going to be attacking a 14-man fantasy football draft. Normally we're doing 12-man, but today I wanted to come out with a 14-man league. Today I'm going to be picking from the 6th slot, and I'm just going to go through, talk about my strategy and how I would attack a 14-man league. And so we have 5 minutes till this draft starts, so I'll get back to y'all. I'll get back to y'all when this thing starts. So, okay, guys, we're back. Sorry, technical difficulties there, but we're on the clock. JJ went 1, Jamar Chase went 2, Saquon 3, Bijan 4, and then CD 5. Here we have Jameer, Christian McCaffrey, Puka, Malik. Here, definitely gonna go. In my opinion, we're going Jameer Gibbs. In my opinion, running backs are a lot more limited when it comes to quantity there's a lot more wide receivers I'm more confident in to put up good fantasy points than there is running backs. And so we went Jameer Gibbs there to secure our RB1 slot. But we're not going to be back here on the clock till pick 23. CMC was there. I just feel Gibbs showed, or CMC with his injury last year, coming off that injury. I mean, it's CMC. He was once RB1, but with that injury, has a little bit of risk there. So I like Gibbs over CMC. Puka and Malik were there. I'm a big Malik Neighbors guy. I think he's going to thrive with Russell Wilson at his quarterback position. Puka was there. Puka's scary with Matthew Stafford's injury. Stafford is now questionable. He might miss week 1, which is not good for Puka's case. But Gibbs, I feel like, showed he can do it in the receiving game and on the running game. He's just an absolute phenom athlete. Makes plays out of nothing, really. But definitely here, in my opinion, what I'll be doing in my drafts, depending on where my pick is in the first round, I'm going to be targeting a running back. I'm not going to reach on a running back, but just how it fell in this case, Gibbs was there. Gibbs is a strong running back 1. I wasn't going to reach on Gibbs, and to me, I feel like going running back 1-2 is at least my favorite draft strategy, just because I have wide receivers down the road that definitely I have more confidence in. So we're about to get back here at pick 23. Let's see. Jane Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Nico Collins, Ashton Genty, Drake London all go. Lamar, Josh, a lot of 4 quarterbacks in a row here. A little bit questionable picks from those guys, but I'm gonna try to make this as realistic as possible, because let's be honest, at pick 23, BTJ is not gonna be here. So if he falls to me here, the guy I'm gonna be looking for is Chase Brown. Did he just get a Bucky or no? Yeah, Chase Brown's still here. I'm gonna make this as realistic as I can. Of course, if this ever happens, Brian Thomas Jr., I'm taking him. But other than that, Lad McConkey I really love, but I'm going running back 1, running back 2. I'm gonna lock down Chase Brown here in our top 5 boom players vid. I was a big Chase Brown guy. I love his situation in Cincinnati right now with Zach Moss gone. He's really just almost a lone back in that offense. Can do it on the receiving end, can do it on the running end. If you want to learn more about that, that's in the other video. But I really love Chase Brown going into this season. Definitely one of my more favorite picks. Still have no clue why BTJ hasn't gone here, but I'm gonna try to make this as realistic as possible. Got guys like Brock Bowers, Trey McBride. I got Brock Bowers last year, and my goodness, I had to trade for him, and it was rough. But Brock Bowers such a great guy. I mean, I love having him on my team. It's just, in my opinion, I'm more of that guy that waits till later rounds to get these tight ends like how Brock Bowers was going last year. He was going later rounds. He had so much potential, so much a high ceiling, and I mean he did just that. But let's see what we got here. Tyreek Hill's super risky pick in my opinion. Between Tyreek and Ladd McConkey, I'm taking Ladd McConkey even with Keenan Allen getting signed back. He actually might fall to me here. Here we go. Yeah, Ladd falls. I definitely like Ladd over Tyreek and Davante Adams and Terry McLaurin. You got guys like Alvin Kamara, Chuba Hubbard. I love Chuba Hubbard in his situation. James Conner, Breece Hall. I'm taking Chuba Hubbard over Alvin Kamara, Omarion Hampton, James Cook probably. But here we're going to go Ladd McConkey, secure our wide receiver 1. I think Ladd McConkey's he's, in my opinion, that's a very, very, very solid wide receiver 1. We saw what he did with Justin Herbert in his rookie season. If anything, their connection and their chemistry is going to grow going into his second year. Keenan Allen being signed, that's just a big question mark for Ladd McConkey. In my opinion, I feel like they're not going to. I feel like his volume might decrease just a little bit, but I don't see it decreasing a ton. I think he's definitely going to go back to being that dominant wide receiver like last year. It does knock off guys like Trey Harris. That was a guy I was actually really excited for. I think if he could have beaten Quentin Johnston for that wide receiver 2 role, I think Trey Harris was a great late round pick. With Keenan Allen back, this looks like Keenan Allen's going to be wide receiver 2. Trey Harris is almost undraftable with his, even if he is wide receiver 3, I mean, he's not going to be getting the volume necessary. If you're in a deeper league, he definitely can still be a pick, but Trey Harris, his fantasy value just dropped after Keenan Allen being signed back. But Davante Adams, I mean, I hate spending such a high and early pick on a wide receiver or a player that has strong competition. With Davante Adams, of course, Puka Nacua. I don't know. For me, it's a huge question mark with Davante Adams in that offense, especially with Matthew Stafford still being hurt. Also a very big question mark, but it's not really popular. I don't know. I'd rather have a guy that's like Malik Neighbors, who's that sole wide receiver that is going to be getting so much volume, especially my first round pick. So that's why I've kind of been. I know the other guys with us in the House podcast love Puka Nacua. In my opinion, I'm picking Malik over Puka Nacua just because of that sole reason of Puka with Davante Adams contesting him for catches. The next guy behind Malik Neighbors is Wan'Dale Robinson, and the volume comparison there is just nowhere near. So here, DK Metcalf might be falling to us. DJ Moore, Rashee Rice with his legal trouble, I'm avoiding him at all costs. Really, you can take him and wait it out with him because he probably still is going to be a great guy. But at the 49th round pick, 49th pick, my fault. I just am not drafting him. DK is still on the board here. Definitely the guy. I mean, Calvin Ridley is one of my boom players. Love Calvin Ridley, especially with Cam Ward. But DK is just a freak athlete. I mean, DK, wide receiver 1 for the Steelers with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. I am going to be taking him from a wide receiver 2. Hopefully, we can snag either Calvin Ridley, Jerry Jeudy, T-Mac at the 62nd pick. Jerry Jeudy was not in the top 5 boom players, but I do believe that Jerry Jeudy, depending on if it's Joe Flacco or Shedeur Sanders at that starting quarterback job, which it should be. I love Jerry Jeudy. I think both of those guys are talented quarterbacks that can get the ball to Jerry Jeudy. We saw Jerry Jeudy last year. He had a great year. I mean, we can go here and just look at it here. I mean, 21, 21, 17, 40, 26. I mean, definitely heated up towards the second half of the season, but he just dominated, especially in that Browns wide receiver room. But I still really like Jerry Jeudy for where he's going, especially for a flex wide receiver 2 position. So TreVeyon Henderson, first ever career time touching the ball, and he gets 100-yard kickoff return touchdown. That was pretty awesome to see. Here, Devontae Smith follows us at the flex. Normally, you're not going to be really seeing Devontae Smith. So, in my opinion, T-Mac, Calvin Ridley, Jerry Jeudy, all the guys that would be a good flex in a 14-man league. Same with TreVeyon Henderson. We are going to be taking Devontae Smith, though, just because that was the hand we were dealt. But Travis Hunter is also a guy to look out for. He played both sides of the ball in the preseason game. He is, I mean, from everything I've seen, Travis Hunter is going to be leading, going to be a wide receiver, main wide receiver. That's where he's going to be focusing. He's behind BTJ with Trevor Lawrence at quarterback. Trevor Lawrence is on my risk meter. He's not high, but he's not like somebody I'm confident with. He's kind of that mid area. I'm not completely confident in T-Law, but it's not something I'm like, I'm not drafting BTJ or Travis Hunter. Because of that, Travis Hunter can definitely be a great guy. He's going to be wide receiver 2 behind BTJ, but he's, again, freak athlete, is a great football player. We'll get those catches. T-Mac, I mean, I love T-Mac going into this draft. I wish he'd fall to a 79 pick. It's just not going to happen. He's going to be the wide receiver 1, I feel like. And Bryce Young still looks great. He's got that confidence. He's got that swagger with him. He's finally found his footing, it feels like, in the league, and is balling out like he did at Bama. Love T-Mac. Love him. Is that Isaiah Pacheco? Is that him? It does look like it's my fault. Here we got J-Mo, Chris Godwin, Chris Olave is still questionable. Jacoby Myers is another guy, wide receiver 1, Raiders. His main other guy is Brock Bowers with Geno Smith. Geno Smith coming in as their QB1. I mean, passing guy, very good quarterback when it comes to passing. Definitely ups the, especially for this late round, staying a wide receiver 1. Of course, Genty's there. The run game is definitely, the run volume for him is definitely going to boost because of Genty, but I still like Jacoby Myers, especially for him being picked back here. Let's see what his ADP is. Let's see. It doesn't tell me, actually. Being back here at the 76th pick and still him on the board is a good. He's ranked 74th best player. We're back on the clock. J-Mo is not going to be here. We're going to make this as realistic as possible. One of the guys I really loved was Stephon Diggs with Drake May at quarterback. Drake May can ball. We've seen it. Stephon Diggs being that wide receiver 1 for New England. We are going to take him for our first bench slot. Stephon Diggs, I mean, we know who Stephon Diggs is. He can easily be a top 5 wide receiver in the league. Of course, there's age concerns, and he came off of a bad injury last year. But let's just go to his little fantasy log here. I mean, before he was injured, 21, 19, 18, 14, 19, 12, and then he got injured. 5 receptions and 81 yards is still a great 9 targets. I mean, he's getting open at a wide receiver 2, wide receiver 2 role behind Nico Collins. Now he's stepping into a wide receiver 1 role with not nearly as talented competition in that wide receiver room. Drake May coming into his sophomore year. I mean, I love Drake May. I think he's going to be a really nice quarterback when he develops. I think he's going to develop and increase in talent a lot going into his sophomore year. That's why I'm really just high on Stephon Diggs. I'm really just high on the Patriots in general. TreVeyon Henderson was very promising in the preseason. Very promising. when it comes to his running back role. Ramondre Stevenson, I'm just not a big fan of. But I think Trayvon Henderson should take that role. But here we have Matthew Golden here, Green Bay Packers fan, but this is based 90 bias. Matthew Golden is balling in training camp. I mean, he is absolutely routing the Packers DBs up in training camp. I really like him. He's projected wide receiver 1. Jordan Love, of course, is a phenomenal quarterback. We'll definitely get Matthew Golden the ball, and if he can just keep balling out and creating space, getting open, which he does, that's literally his game. I think he's a great guy that can definitely play into our flex. So it's a big thing there. Sorry about that. Let's see. Cooper Kupp's here. Cooper Kupp's very, it's a questionable pick. Cooper Kupp last year, he had such great games. Let's see. Let's go to his draft. Let's go to his fantasy log. I mean, 32 week 1 with 14 receptions, 110 yards, and a touchdown. 16, 21, 15, 28, 20, 20, and then started to fall off there, and then gets hurt. And he goes to Seattle. Sam Darnold is their quarterback 1 behind Jackson Smith and Jigba. We saw what Cooper Kupp could do with Puka and competing for catches there. Very pass heavy offense with the Rams. In my opinion, I'm not going to be drafting Cooper Kupp. I don't hate the pick for how late he's being drafted. Of course, we can definitely. I mean, he has the talent to be a top wide receiver, but with his situation, I'm just not in love. He's definitely one of my more favorite picks because of just how late he's going. But I'm not taking him over guys like Matthew Golden or Stephon Diggs, in my opinion. We're coming around to the 107 pick here. Let's see what we got. Keenan Allen, we talked about him a little bit. Darnell Mooney, one of the guys I like back here. Deebo Samuel's even another guy I like with Terry McLaurin and all the stuff going on with him. Right now, just because we don't know what's going on with Terry McLaurin, which there'll be more. I'll be able to say more about my thoughts on Deebo Samuel when the whole thing with Terry McLaurin pans out. But here we don't have a tight end yet. Tucker Kraft, one of my more favorite tight ends. When it gets late into the draft, this is the guy I've been picking a lot recently. But we are going to take him to tight end. But Deebo Samuel, if Terry McLaurin does leave Washington, I think his fantasy value skyrockets. I think if Terry McLaurin stays, I'm not going to be drafting him. But if Terry McLaurin does stay, I think his fantasy value definitely skyrockets. And yeah, so we're back on the clock here. We don't have a quarterback yet. In my opinion, you either need to go really early, get Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Jane Daniels, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, or wait and get a quarterback. We're not going to get a quarterback yet. Jaden Higgins, really love him. I love him because of Tank Dell being out. I love that he's got a great shot to be wide receiver too. I mean, him and Nico Collins have very similar builds. He's one of those guys you throw it up to, he's going to go get it. He's a playmaker. I mean, he was phenomenal in college. C.J. Stroud. The thing with the Texans offense is their offensive line is absolutely terrible. I think Jane Higgins or C.J. Stroud, sorry. If he can work and find a way to make passes even with that terrible offensive line, I think Jane Higgins is a great pick, especially where he's being drafted. Nico Collins, I love him just because the Tank Dell injury. He looks like he's just going to be a dog in that offense. So he's gone late first round, which that's where he should be going. I mean, he's great. Now with this, next draft pick, we're going to be looking at quarterback. C.J. Stroud, I don't hate where he's at, especially with we got Jaden Higgins. One of my personal favorite is finding a quarterback that you can pair with one of your wide receivers. Jalen Hurts gone, Aaron Rodgers. We're just not picking Aaron Rodgers. J. Herb is gone. We're probably looking for C.J. Stroud here if he's still there. If not, Bryce Young is probably my next guy. Talked about it already. Bryce Young has found his footing in the league, and he has really impressed me with how much he's grown, especially with last year, the Andy Dalton thing. But with us looking to get Bryce Young, we're definitely going to wait here on quarterback. Just want to capitalize on all of our picks here. We'll be coming up to 135. I'm not in love with all these guys. I like Dylan Sampson here. I am going to be going Dylan Sampson if he does stay. If he doesn't, y'all are going to hate my next pick, but let's see. Okay, he's still there, so we're not going to go into who my next pick is going to be. Definitely not. We're going to go with Dylan Sampson here. With Quinshon Judkins and his legal trouble, I think Dylan Sampson definitely has a great opportunity to move up in the depth chart, and it's Jerome Ford in front of him, but I think he definitely has value, especially in this light. Here we're going to go Jack Bech. TCU wide receiver, if I'm not correct. EA is huge on Jack Bech, loves the guy. But we kind of already talked about the Raiders offense with Geno Smith, the quarterback. Definitely a pocket passer. Can get the ball where it needs to be with Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers, and then now Jack Bech. That's really his third option. I mean, if you want to count Ashton Jeanty, he's going to be used probably more in the run game, most definitely. But Ashton Jeanty should just be getting force-fed the ball. But who knows? He's a rookie. EA likes Ashton Jeanty, but I'm very skeptical when it comes to drafting a rookie that early. So that's where I kind of back up. We see Trey Harris here. In my opinion, he's not worth drafting right now. I'm going to kind of back up away from him, but I still think if you're in a deep league, then Trey Harris is still. I mean, he could produce something. I mean, not my favorite pick at all, but here at round 12, we're going Kyle Williams, rookie, wide receiver 2, maybe wide receiver 3, depending on where Demario Douglas is going to, depending on where him and Demario Douglas are going to fall. With Drake May, of course, I've already commented on it. He's looks great. I mean, we still need a quarterback. We're going to go ahead and get our quarterback here. We are going to go Bryce Young. Of course, not on levels of other guys in front of him. But I feel like he definitely is, from where they had him ranked here, I think he can definitely outperform Michael Penix Jr., Cameron Orr, Trevor Lawrence, and a lot of other quarterbacks that are ranked higher. For a late round quarterback pick, which is what I've been doing in all my drafts. I've been waiting on quarterback, or I've been going one of the big four, big five, I guess. But Bryce Young, I love the value and the ceiling he has for where he's being drafted. So we are going to snag our last bench slot when we come back around at 191. And then our defense and kicker doesn't really matter. To be honest, for defense kicker in my league, if I don't get Brandon Aubrey or one of the kickers that can give me 30, which is crazy last year, by the way. By the way, Cam Little, 70-yard field goal in preseason, absolutely awesome to watch. He absolutely booted that thing, but besides the point, I'm kind of just going to be waving in and out defenses and kickers. I feel like there's no point to draft early on a defense or a kicker. I'm just going to be, depending on the matchups, just keep flowing through my team. So here, we're back on the clock. Last guy, I don't really like any of these guys, to be honest. This is kind of the last couple things. We are going to go Darren Waller to back up Tucker Kraft. New to Miami, comes out of retirement to play for Miami. Tua is going to be interesting to watch, but now we just have our defense kicker. I'm going to come back to y'all when the draft is over because this really doesn't matter that much. So we're back. Draft has been completed. I'm just going to go round by round who I picked. I've kind of already explained to them, so I'm not going to go really in depth with these guys, but we went at the 106. Jahmyr Gibbs fell to us. Went running back. Followed him with Chase Brown. Two guys I love, both great in the receiving game, great in the rushing game. Going to have a lot of volume. Jahmyr Gibbs, of course, in a 1-2 punch backfield with David Montgomery, but definitely, by the way, EA did this last year in our league. The Gibbs Demo handcuff running back is a cheat code, in my opinion. Definitely something I could have actually gotten if I got my head on my butt. I could have gotten Demo and Devontae Smith, or Demo and Gibbs, but I wasn't thinking. But went Gibbs, Chase Brown, Lamb McConkey to secure wide receiver 1, DK wide receiver 2, Devontae Smith flex. Went with 2 wide receivers here that I love. Stephon Diggs, Matthew Golden, both guys wide receiver ones, projected wide receiver ones, and Green Bay, great offense. New England, I think, is going to be a great offense this year. Tucker Kraft, one of my favorite later round tight ends. Jaden Higgins, projected wide receiver 2, Houston Texans, love him. Dylan Sampson, from the options we had, I liked him with the Quinshon Judkins legal trouble. Jack Besh, very talented rookie prospect coming into Las Vegas with Geno Smith. Kyle Williams, also talented rookie going into the offense with Drake May. Bryce Young, one of my favorite late round quarterbacks. Then finishing off Darren Waller, then defense kicker. Nothing really thing. But from the 106 in a 14-man league, I feel like I did pretty good. But just kind of like an overall for my final really thoughts on how to attack this. I like going ahead and knocking out your running backs just because I feel like, as you can see here, I mean, Ladd, DK, Devontae, Smith, that's a great wide receiver core, and I feel like there's a lot more volume in wide receivers than there is running backs. So in my opinion, wait on the quarterback to late round, get a guy like Jordan Love, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, secure running backs early, get 2 great running backs, in my case, Gibbs, Brown, both great guys I love. And then tight end later, definitely go running back, secure wide receivers in your flex. If you want to go running back at the 1, 2, and 3rd round, secure your flex. I mean, that's also a valid option that I almost went Chuba Hubbard there, but I went Lamb McConkey. In my opinion, though, 1, 2 round, I love going running back just because a lot more volume in running backs than there is wide receivers, in my opinion. But that is going to do it for today. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all learned a little bit about a 14-man league, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.